One. All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the first in our series of video logs. This is going to temporarily be taking place in our podcast series with Ryan and I. Speaking to us today, representing the Transformative Commissioning track, taking place on Monday, August 10th, AJ Speicher, Commissioning Specialist over at Borton-Lawson. How are you today, AJ?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Great. So tell us a little bit about your session and what you're going to be teaching us.
Oh, very good. Thanks for the time today. So in the transformative commissioning world, we're taking a little bit different approach, and we want to talk about how digital transformation and digital tools could come in and enhance our overall commissioning processes. We're going to introduce a digital transformation curve where people can understand where they fall on that curve, all the way from unsimulated, basically paper drawings, stuff in your head, all the way up to a fully simulated digital twin type of building. A lot of these tools, we're hearing about them every day. Artificial intelligence, virtual reality, IoT. And a lot of people hear these buzzwords and they're not really sure what they mean or how, more importantly, how they can interface and work with their processes and their clients. So what I'm going to try to do in this presentation is bring some of that introduction out, some of that description, so A, people could understand it better to intelligently bring that to their clients, and B, improve their processes. So some of the things in this digital transformation world that we're going to be looking to explain so that people can help them reduce costs or improve efficiencies. Safety is always a big one. You know, in commissioning world, we're very concerned about the O&M and people operating in a building long after it's built. So how can we help improve safety early on?
So AJ, the days of kind of manuals and even PDFs, as we know about today, are kind of going the way in this whole digital curve you talk about, right? What are commissioning providers or even owners and other kind of attendees to the conference, what are they going to learn about the digital transformation?
So we're going to learn these tools and then how to best apply them. For instance, we have a couple different case studies, QR codes, some virtual reality design or construction reviews. You know, how can we use these to, instead of just looking at the 2D set of prints, you know, early on in the design, when we're in design, you know, can we immerse ourselves in the building to actually walk around and get a feel for it? Because not everything comes through on a 2D set of plans. Then during construction reviews, it's perfect in this time that we're living in now, everyone is remote. So we don't want to load up a project with a lot of people walking around. So we can use some of these digital tools to capture information in a construction review to then disperse out to the team. Then when you kind of wrap it all up at the end, you know, a systems manual, how do you make that more of a virtual piece of equipment? Again, for minimizing people going into this space, but more importantly, to be able to have that information at their fingertips or at their tablet tips or their phone tips to be able to accurately get it quickly. Time is money, right down to a functional thing that they can operate on in the field.
Yeah, exciting. It's a new age. I mean, look at us now, right? Would we be doing this if it was a couple months ago? So because of the podcast and you know, not having a recent podcast here, I'm gonna ask you, AJ, as we normally do most of our guests, about just to get to know you a little bit more, so the potential viewers at the conference could get to know a little bit of your background. Do you have a most memorable day, preferably something in the field, preferably didn't go as intended?
Well, it went okay for me because I fell asleep on the job. So it was a nice little nap for me. Basically, we were working on a rooftop. It was the middle of the summer, much like it is now, very hot, humid day. We were working on an air handling unit. And again, I was young. I was early in my career. I came out full of gusto. I want to check out this unit, get it ready. I thought this could take about a couple hours. It ended up taking almost a whole day. And the reason being is there was some delays built into the system and they weren't happening as fast as we wanted. So while we were waiting, I kind of leaned back against the wall, and then I had my two-way radio would go off and it would wake me up and realize, but it just taught me that communication is very important, and understanding what other people's concerns and requirements are is fully communicated early on to say, hey, my expectation is I could do this in 2 hours, not 8. I did get a nap though.
And just in case, bring a mattress.
We actually had one of your colleagues sent us a picture of that fateful day. So it looks kind of familiar. So
the night leading up to that, my experience wasn't as fun as that one though.
You said you were a young buck, so it's all right. So well, AJ, we appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to this session. Thanks for being the first. Once again, this session comes out on August 10th. It's going to be available both live, so you can do a little back and forth with AJ if you have any questions on this. I know I've got a bunch already, but I'll save them for the session. Make sure you go to BCxA.org to register for the whole conference, and then also this will be available virtually for future. So AJ, we appreciate it, and looking forward to the session.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, AJ.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.